Hey, yo, what's up? You know what it is? It's the one and the only Professor L, live in the LAB, live on Team GRF TV, and I'd like to welcome you guys back to another installment of Triple the Guy Speaks On. Come on, get up in here, cause we got something major we gotta do. Get them lab coats on, make sure they nice and spiffy, make sure they're nice and sterile, and the most important rule with this laboratory, please don't touch any of our experiments because they are important, very expensive, and we have to find ways to continue to find out how these L's get delivered and find out the origins of L's. But regardless of that, take a seat, eyes on the board. Kamen Rider Builder, episode 11, Burning Dragon. We made it. We finally made it. I could talk about the episode. We are at some point. Finally! Ryuga turns into Crozet. Finally! We here now. I'm like, I don't know, is he still going to be shaking the full bottle and unhinging fights? Because he was sitting up there putting up that work. Shake that dragon bottle. And punch your fool in the chest. Oh, shake. A bunch of dead gal. Punch your dude in the chest. But regardless, cause see, I could continue to get on that beat. Don't shake your booty. But look, I love this episode. I'm like, finally getting Ryuga where we needed him to be, being Attack number 2, because we're going to talk about that in a minute. Like, this for real, it's like, I'm just going to just put this out there. This thing that's going on right now in Bill, when you got Cross Z and you got Bill, it so reminds me of when Arata finally got Attack and you knew it was going to be business. Ultimately, Bachan's favorite was going to surpass him. But when they was touting him as the strongest writer in the show, and it was legit. And I'm not talking about like some Sentai 6 Ranger thing where the dude is like whooping the normal squad, then he come through and put in the work. What Ryuga did as Cross Z is on another level. It's on another level, and I have so much to say, but I just want to get that out there. By the way, if you've never watched Kabuto, you really should, because it's a really great rider show. It has a couple of missteps toward the end. Let me just spoil that for you. But it doesn't ruin that it's a great show. It doesn't ruin that you really need to understand how you need to watch it. But I'm stalling. I'm talking about Kabuto and Attack and all this stuff. Let's talk about this episode. Well, I could, if I could find the words to talk about this episode, right? Let me try this. Let me start from the start and let me take it away. My name is Triple D-A-G-O-D. Right, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to that boy Simpson. Everybody, if you can do the Birdman. Look, okay, because I gotta focus, because I gotta put all this together in the review, and I'm hyped for Cross Z. That's what my hype. But we have an episode to talk about, because this episode right here is a corner turner. And again, I want to say that we turned this corner not because Ryuga got to a point, but it helped when we were turning the steering wheel. But a lot happened. A lot of important happened here. And as soon as I find the words to tell you how, I got it now. We start our episode reeling from the events of the last episode. Sento then got that ass whooped and got his body looted like you're playing Diablo or something. So he has nothing except the dragon and the lock full bottles. That's all he got, and that's going to be important later. We discovered last episode that Japanese Lois Lane, aka Saw, was sitting up here betraying the squad the whole time because swimming pools found their listening device, and we'll get more into that later. The important thing that really happened in this episode, outside of the hypeness, That boy, Mr. Gray Squad himself, that boy Gentoku, because he is a monster. Not a monster. He's a monster. He didn't drink the secret juice. He done sat up here and absorbed all the powers in an NBA basketball and has become the best character in the show, but he was always that. That boy, Gentoku Himuro, is a monster. He in the cut. He in the cut with the other leaders of the Mishima Zaibatsu. Sup, folks? Hey, yo, my daddy had a heart attack or something or whatever. Your boy running the show now. They sitting up and asking him, hey, yo, do you know anything about that boy Bloodstalk? Do you know anything? Look. I'm the leader of the Gray Squad now. I don't have to answer any of your questions. But let me run you on some game though. That could have been one of y'all that set that up. We don't know nothing about it. But the other leaders of the Mishima Zaibatsu, they concede and like, look, we gonna let you handle that, but we gonna put a little clock on you. Get that together ASAP before we gotta handle our business, and both of them bounce. I'm like, the thing that made that scene, though, is you just got to get Toba sitting up here just like with this smile on his face, dog. And it's just like, this dude is the ultimate goon, dog. That's why I love this guy. This dude is an ultimate goon. And I'm just like, yes, this dude is a goon. And it's like, I love it. Yeah, I know I'm going out of order. But see, I'm trying to link stuff together as it is. I had to talk about my boy Gentoku, leader of the Gray Squad. That is my guy. That boy Gentoku, that is my guy. It's going to be sad when somebody finally put an end to this fool. It's going to be like when we lost original Lord God. Like, I was really sad. Y'all remember that review. Look. Let's back it up a little bit. The opening of the episode. Again, remember, we reeling from all of the events, right? We reeling from everything, all this stuff. We got the Nazi the squad sitting there chilling, trying to figure out what to do. Like, we just sitting there like, man, we took massive L's, bruh. Like, what we gonna do? Like, yeah, that is true. We took massive L's. Oh, well, I'm set to kill you. I've got a plan. Hey, yo, Ryuga, you finna become a Kamen Rider now. Well, excuse me? No, that's what I said, bro. You finna become a Kamen Rider. Like, huh? Like, are you sure? I'm very sure. Like, you the only one. Because, see, the power of your dead girlfriend is in that bottle. You keep shake, punch your fool in the chest, right? So, you gonna have to handle this business. In order for you to handle this business, you and the dragon gotta sit up here and y'all gotta, can't we all just get along and get along long enough for you to transform into this form, whatever the hell it is, and, you know, fight in my place, cause, you know, I ain't got no bottles, so I can't really do nothing, but just handle that, alright? So, meanwhile, right? Because after that, that's when the scene with my boy Gentoku and the Gray Squad, right? So they got that all together. Jumping back to that scene, right? After the leaders of the Mishima Zaibatsu leave, guess who comes in the room? My other boy, that boy Bloodstalk. My boy Bloodstalk comes in the room like a gangster. Like, yo, what's up, fam? What you doing in here? Hey, man. Hey, look, cuz. Look. Hey. Where Pandora's box at, family? Man, if I could trust you, I'd tell you where it is. Pfft, boy, look. I ain't trying to hear nothing you gotta say, bruh. Like, I'm sitting here chilling. Like, I got my legs crossed. I'm sitting up here, lighting up this blunt, dog. You gonna tell me what Pandora's box is. These two dudes come in like, excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Hello, we're security. We're gonna have to ask you to, like Bloodstalk, like sits up here, hits the first dude with the Batman, and this dude body like turning to particles, and I'm like, Squeeze me? I'm like, how you punch a dude and his body just turn into nothingness? I'm just like, this dude Bloodstock is a god. He sat up here and hit this dude with the Batman. And I don't know if y'all know what the Batman is, but let me explain to you what the Batman is. In Batman the Animated Series, it would always be some idiot that will run up behind Batman and Batman and just hit him, just put this fist up like, wow. That's what Bloodstock did to this dude. Hit him with the Batman. That's also what me and Jay call back attacks in Streets of Rage 2 and 3. We call those Batmans. Because that's what you're doing. You just sitting up here, blop! And that's what Bloodstock did to this fool. Turned this fool into nothingness. Other dude run up on him. He sit up here. He made him hit that super lean. That Bloodstock level lean. And his body just disintegrated. And I'm just like, Bloodstock is a god. And I'm just like, are you serious right now? Because no. Please stop. Please stop being this gangster Bloodstock. I swear to God. Can you please, like for 2 seconds, stop being this guy, like, please? Because I'm like, God, Batman, and they just inject a dude and his body just go, ploof. And I'm just like, I didn't want to say, what now? And I'm just like, I don't know. Meanwhile, we go back to the cut, and they said, and it's like you still got Sento explaining to Ryuga, like, yo, I need you to put in this work, family, and I just need you to do that, so do that. And I guess, yo, we got a smash alert. So they go run over to that same building where let me see, cause I'm trying to remember the building. The building looked familiar, like. Because I just thought of where, like, one of the times where they used that building in a way I remember. I remember now. The first time when Nogami turns into Deno. That's that same place. When Ryotaro turns into Deno for the first time. When him and Momotaro turn to Deno the first time. That's where I recognize that from, right? So they go over here to when Deno was born. And sits up here like, what's up, family? You got that boy 9-year-old, leader of the Gray Squad. That boy Gentoku the Lord. He sits up here like, yo, what's up, fools? Oh, you thought there was some people here, fam? Nah, bruh. I'm like, yo, you should have listened to the swimming pool. This a trap, bruh. Now I'm gonna beat your ass. And Sento like, nope. I'm finna sit up here and use this power that keep kicking my ass every time. And use it. Dragon Lock Best Match. Spin it up. Are you ready? And then, then you get your ass whooped. See, we could talk about the part where for a couple of seconds that boy Sento was getting with that boy Gentoku, but nah, we don't want to do that. Because see, that's illogical. Makes no sense. Let's sit up here and let's talk about that real work. After Sento gets handled, Ryuga sitting up here like, yo, I can't wait to be king. Like, sits up here, gets the full bottle. Little dragon, come here, boy. He sits up here trying to sit the dragon like, no, I don't want to get with you. You a punk. Sits up here, throws fire on him and flies away. And they sit up here like, man, what we gonna do, man? We about to die. The hero comes in to save the day. Oh, I'm sorry. I meant Bloodstock comes in to save the day because he's also Lord. Something else that we learned that I just remembered that is very important to this scene, and that's why I saved it for right now. At the beginning of this episode, Sento like, I ran some stuff and some stuff came out in the stuff, right? Here's the stuff. Bloodstock was created to push a Kamen Rider to their limit. And I'm just like, Kasaragi was this smart to create a rival and a way for the rival to transform. I'm just like, Takumi Kasaragi's a beast. This man that thought of everything. You just sat up here and created a rival to push Kamen Rider to their limits. But then, that boy Bloodstock comes in the room and he like, yo, what's up? Man, I'm gonna kick your ass. Time to shake. Nah, there will be no shaking today, brah. No, brah. Look, today I'm on your side. Yo, beat up Sento Kiryu. Yo, get this fool up out of here, dog. We got plans for him. Run. I'm like, a chair and table gets thrown at some point, and I'm just sitting up here like, this show is so stupid, and I love it. Are you telling me, right, that Bloodstalk on nobody's team but everybody's team at the same time? That's why he one of the best characters in the show. I'm like, Gentoku can't get a leash on this fool. I'm just like, Bloodstalk is just a constant variable and question mark. Every time this fool up here, you don't know what this fool gonna do. And I'm just sitting up here like, there is no way in hell you can be this serious with this character. And I'm just sitting up here like, no. You can't be. This character cannot be this good. But yet, every time Bloodstalk is on the scene, he always put in work. I can't question that. I can't question that Bloodstalk sits up here and puts in the wizard. I cannot question it. But regardless, though, the day is saved thanks to Bloodstalk, because Sento and Ryuga get away, and you got Night Rogue sitting up here like, man, this motherfucker, I'm on nerve, I'm gonna whoop his ass when I see him. And I'm just like, I'm with you. We back down in the Nasita, and we sitting up here, Sento like, man, I got my ass beat again. And it's like, you didn't get your ass beat by the person who was whooping your ass. You get your ass whooped by 4 bottles. And I'm just like, how your transformation trinkets whooping your ass? And I'm just like, no, wait, that happens all the time. Puto tirano isatsu. I just, had to. Maybe watch O's? Maybe? Like, Ankh is that guy, but maybe watch O's? Maybe? Just saying. So, we sitting over here in the cut, and they sitting up here like, man, yo, Ryuga, you gotta put in this work. Man, I tried to put in the work, man. And Sento like, the reason why it didn't work was because you didn't give a care enough. And I'm like, what? I'm like, but it's like, when you think about riders and what drives their transformations, it's a full amalgamation of different feelings and stuff and environment, right place, right time and stuff. It's simply, you didn't care enough. The reason why the dragon was like, no, you a sucker MC, is because you didn't care enough about saving me. So, I get it. I get it. It's a Kamen Rider thing. It's a tokusatsu thing in general. It's just a thing, okay? It's a thing. Let's just call it a thing and let's move on. While this is happening, you got Japanese Lois Lane sitting up here feeling for the bug that swimming pools found, and she's sitting up here like, I gotta go. Where you going? I just gotta go use the bath. We got a bathroom up there. No, I want to use my bathroom. So she leaves. Swimming pool go up the stairs like, hey, you looking for this? I have no idea what that is. I think you do. What you want? Ryuga come upstairs. Man, Sento, get on my nerves, man. What's going on up here? And then while this is happening, Sawa leaves. Masora sits up here and tries to tell Ryuga and Sento what's going on in separate times. Like, she tries to tell Ryuga first, they go back downstairs, and she tries to tell Sento, and it's like, they know or whatever. However, after all of this takes place, an important character moment happens. Sawa tries to call OG, who sits up here and makes washers and dryers and stuff. I think my cover been blown. OG just like, alright, and hang up on her. And I'm just like, this dude is a goon. This dude is a goon. And I'm just like, word. But before that, we in this scene, right? And we got that boy, Mr. Gray Squad. And he's sitting up here like, yo, congrats, my dude. I'm like, yo, you done came up, man. Yo, daddy almost died. You in charge now. This gonna go smooth. Everything good. As long as you keep delivering that work, I won't have to kill you. OG, you good, OG. Don't worry about it, man. Hey, I gotta go on bounce, man, because you know I gotta go make some Kamen Riders, and I gotta sit up here, dog. I got these honeys, man. Hey, you wanna come through, fam? Like, yo, man, I got one. Hey, yo, it's like 10 of them, man. You can get one of them. I know once they find out how much bread you got, they want to get with that old wrinkly shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, nah, man, I gotta sit here, dog, catch some more fish, though. But it was nice seeing you. To keep delivering that work, and I won't have to cut your head off or cut your balls off and feed them to you, partner, because my name is Japanese Big Worm. Do not play with me. Japanese Big Worm is a gangster. Like, let me put it to you like this. The current level of gangster in Kamen Rider Bill, right? You got Japanese Big Worm. Japanese Big Worm, this dude is a beast. This dude don't care about nobody. Like, Gentoku's gangster level is like a little bit below his, because even though you leader of the Gray Squad now because your daddy about to die, you Night Rogue, I'm like, Japanese Big Worm is on another level. Like, I put Bloodstalk in a separate category. So I don't ever have to compare him and Japanese Big Worm. Because, see, here's what I know. Bloodstalk will walk up on Japanese Big Worm and slap him in the face, dog, and he disintegrating or nothing, dog. Because we know Bloodstalk don't care about nothing. He'll pimp slap you. Like, he make the best pimp in the world. His girls get out of line, he finish him, replace him with another one. I'm just like, you a goon. But this dude sitting out here on a milk crate catching fish, like sitting up here like, yo, he sitting up here making back alley deals and sending somebody to their death, bro. And I'm just like, Japanese Big Worm, this dude is a monster. Like, this dude is a legit monster. And I'm just like, I love Japanese Big Worm because this dude is a beast. Anyway, we got Ryuga over there sulking, like, woe is me. I can't transform. I'm sad, sad, sad. Please somebody help me. The funny thing about this scene is that you hear talking and you think it's Ryuga, and you think it's Ryuga and his thoughts are him just speaking out loud. It's Sento sitting up here doing so. It's Sento doing some commentary on what this dude may be thinking. And I'm like, even in the midst of all this crazy and drama, this show is open enough to have moments like these. And I'm like, that is what makes this show great. That is what makes this show a wonderful watch. That even through all this drama and all this stuff, we have moments like this. But it's in these moments that Ryuga sits up here and ultimately does something a little bit later, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But mainly is that, you know, you need to get it to, because mainly the whole scene was Sento explaining to Ryuga why when you tried to transform before it didn't work. And we talked about it, and the game is this simple. You have to want it. And I don't mean want it for yourself, but want to do it to reach out your hand and help others, more or less, right? You know what I'm saying? So it's like now, you really gotta wonder what it is, how it is, and why you do what it is you do. And it's like, we've talked about that before when it comes to this show, about the questions that we ask ourselves about why we wish to be heroes. Why is that? So, moving on from that, Ryuga goes to Kasumi's grave because, you know, that's the thing you should do, you know what I'm saying? Go to somebody's grave. And it's like, meanwhile, we got Sento in the cut building a sword. Like, I have no idea what this sword is for, but we building a sword. And this is the part where Masora tries to tell Sento about Sawa, but the conversation completely goes into left field simply because, like, you manly, super jacked up. You shouldn't be doing this. I need to focus. And the only way I can focus is to build this sword that is going to be completely useless. We'll never see this sword again. So trust me, it doesn't really matter or whatever. while Masora is speaking of Sawa, Sento's phone's like, you've got mail. And here's some mail for you. We about to turn this useless idiot into a smash because she useless, bruh. So, if you wanna, you know what I'm saying, come and save her, you know, you might want to find out where she is. So they do the Mitan stuff as usual, and they find out where she is. And Sento, even in his beat up state, knowing that he can't use key dragon or whatever, rushes out there, and what do you expect to happen? Oh yeah, he fights for a little bit, and then that boy Nightroll comes out and puts in this work, and then he's laid out to the blood. It's a sad day. You got Sento laid there, he laid out or whatever. That boy Nightroll, about to sit up here like, yo, I need them full bottles, fam. What you want to do, bruh? You need to give them up. No, I'm never giving up these full bottles. It's always a chance. And then that boy Ryuga comes through like, yo, I read this letter. It's time to put in work. Dear Ryuga, if you're reading this letter now, I'm super, super dead. But listen to me and you'll get powers. Think about me a whole bunch every time you shake, 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 punch a fool in the chest. Combine that with this robot dragon, take the bill driver and do all that and you will get superpowers. Reach your hands out to other people, help your buddies, do all that, and it's going to be all good. I'll be thinking about you while I'm riding hell. Sincerely yours, Kasumi. Ryuga, now powered by this letter, is like, yo, it's time to put in this work. He like, yo, Sento, toss me them bottles, cuz. Sits up here, gets the key and dragon, and it's like, now it's time to put in work. And then, something happens. Oh, every bad guy in the show takes an L that is visible on screen. And that's that boy Nightroll and the smash that only Sento knows is Sawa because Ryuga wasn't there. But we talked about this. Our opening segment of this review was talking about how gangster this fight was, and this was off the chain. Now, I have to think about this in the way that I always do. If what they want to do was put over this boy Ryuga and Cross Dragon Dog, they have successfully, and I mean successfully, put over Cross It. They successfully done it. They have done everything. I'm like, that boy Nightroll couldn't even hang with my guy. I'm like, you know things are bad when you getting beat up by a Kamen Rider who has a Bop It as a weapon. I have been waiting this whole review to say that our boy, that boy Ryuga, when he gets his form, that boy Sento gave him a sword that's a Bop It. Because it's Bop It, pull it, insert full bottle, kill a fool. I'm just like, a Bop It? But hey, I will admit that sword dope as hell though. That sword is mad dope. That sword mad dope. I'm just like, Cross Z is mad dope. I'm like, I really want him in Climax Fighters. I always wanted him because I want to know, but now that I see, I want this. Oh man, that B-Claver is a dope weapon. He sit up here and circle, and he pull it, and sit up here. He's sitting up here beating you up with sounds like, I'm like, there's the DJ Clue gun from Gaim, and then there's the B-Claver. And I'm just like, this sword is mad dope. It's a Bop It, but that boy Nightroll, aka Gitoku the Lord, is taking an L. And I'm like, there is a difference, like a real difference of when Sento been trying to get with him and what is going on currently. Here's what it honestly is, right? I made this illusion very early, but this is really the Kabuto attack thing and on a whole new scale. On a whole brand new scale. Sento been trying to get at Batman this whole series and ain't done nothing. I'm like, I am in partial understanding and belief of they served up Night Rogue to put over Cross Z. And I'm just like, it makes sense because you needed a way for you to understand that this boy is on another level. A whole nother level. This level won't be the level forever because, you know, once Sento magically gets his full bottles back or gets some new full bottles, whatever he get next is going straight hop over. And it's just like it was in Kabuto when it was time for Hyper. Maximum Hyper Typhoon. Maximum Hyper Typhoon. Do you understand the words that are coming out my mouth? Do you? Maximum Hyper Typhoon. Maximum Hyper Typhoon. You are wondering, why do I sit up here and keep saying Maximum Hyper Typhoon? It's simple, really. That's when I understood in Kabuto that the show had like jumped over a cliff. Because the first time he uses Maximum Hyper Typhoon, it is a put over moment in that show when Maximum Hyper Typhoon happens. This was a Maximum Hyper Typhoon moment. That boy Night Rogue sit up here and took a massive L to get over. It was different in Kabuto for the reasons that they introduced it. So, I don't know. The thing is that I have no idea where the show goes from this point. And I say this in this reasoning. I have no idea how the show is going to deal with this. Like, we have jumped to a whole new level. A whole new level here. Because that boy Ryuga Banjo, as part of Cross Z, is on some another level right here. The show will be able to handle it. But I'm interested in how the show will handle when Sento again gets the build driver back, gets his full bottles back, and going back to business as normal. Unless Sento is finna build a special driver or something is going to happen with that boy Ryuga and his form, I'm sitting up here trying to figure out how the dichotomy of this would even work. And those are not questions I should have. But yet, here we are. These are questions that I have about the show I watch because I'm concerned about how the narrative is going to deal with this. Oh, and P.S. Maximum Hyper Cyclone. Yeah. Maximum Hyper Cyclone. If you thought a slash that sat up here and atomized everything in front of it was bad, well, how about you murk a couple thousand people at the same time with one beam by doing all Zectors combined? Yes, I have just spoiled Kabuto for you, but no one's going to listen to this because if you got this far, I'm assuming you've watched one of the greatest rider shows in history. For all is right, wrong, and otherwise. But yeah, Banjo Ryuga is new Kagura Agami. It's like, that's just what it is now. I'm like, you can't really do anything about this. You can't. It's like, again, my question is where does the show go from here? The show has plenty of directions to go into. We real early in the mix of what this show can and will do. But again, this show turned the corner. It's like, what's going to happen with Sawa? How they going to deal with her being betrayed? You know the answer going to be they going to forgive her, but she going to sit up here and get a lowdown about everything that's popping off, and they'll forgive her. Her and Swimming Pools will be best friends, blah, 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 and we'll still need to find out who the hell Bloodstalk is. It is what it is. What this means for Gintoku and the Grey Squad, what this means for the other Mishima Zaibatsus and all this is to be seen. But you know at some point, you're going to have Kamen Riders coming out the mother Mishima Zaibatsus, and it's either going to be some we all going to get along, or this is finna turn into some weird wider war. I prefer either. Great episode. I appreciate what this episode did, what possibilities now that Ryuga doesn't have to fight unhinged all the time, even though he probably still will be shake, they shake, punch a dude in the chest. It's going to be fun to see. Wonderful, wonderful, great episode. Thank you, Kamen Rider Bill, for killing it as usual. I'm like, I don't know how you keep doing it, but keep doing it. But that'll be that, man. The one and only Triple the G.O.D, a.k.a. Professor L, live in the LAB, live on TGRF TV. I'd like to thank you guys for joining me, man. This was a little longer than normal, but a lot happened here. A lot that had to be analyzed, and I wanted to have a little fun, man. Throw it back to the old days. We're going to be having a lot more fun now that I've gotten used to the flow of this show and doing stuff like that. So expect a lot of these little long form joints versus the full reviews I was doing as I was getting used to this world. But now I'm used to this world, and I'm here. So I hope you guys had a good time today in the lab, man. Your lab coats in your cubby holes, make sure you wash your hands. You don't know where that kid's hand has been. Be careful. Keep your hands nice and clean. Don't touch any of the L experiments. I got my best people on that. Don't break nothing you can't buy. Like I said, go ahead and get up out of here. It's recess time. But you know who it is. The one and the only, the Triple the G.O.D, a.k.a. Professor L, live in the LAB. And as we always say as we get up out of here, the one and the only, that's me, Kamen Rider Build. And you know what we do over here on Triple the Guy Speaks On. Shake that up in a full bottle. Put that in the best driver. What you get? You get a best match. And with that, all of that being said, one more time, we thank you guys for joining me. And, just one more time, just so you understand what it is. Triple the G.O.D, Triple the Guy that explains it all. The Kamen Rider Bill. Shake that up. Put that in the build driver. And what that announcer says, best match.